Hi everyone, in this video we're going to talk about puzzle wings and specifically how to farm puzzle wings. So puzzle wings is one of the best ways in this game to actually get a lot of stuff. Open the vault, you can get a lot of gems, you can get a lot of death breath and a lot of gear. So for the amount spent in a puzzle wing, it's really efficient, and they're especially good if you're early season or you're just starting out. Now usually if you get about 2k or higher, they're not really that worth it, at least not the non-ancient, but ancient wings are still really good. Once you hit a certain point, the non-ancient lose a bit of value, but they're still really good if you're after gems, death breath or gear in total. So how do we farm these? Actually, as you might know, let's say you're playing on your monk or your main character, right? Then you just drop randomly from your rifts or greater, and of course you can also get them from kadala and using blood shards to roll for rings. But there is actually an array more efficient way to farm these if you're just after the puzzle wings. So what we want to do is make a new character. So we make a new character, and there are 4 classes that work for this. You want to make a witch doctor, a crusader, a demon hunter, or a monk. The other 3 classes have extra rings that you can get, so you don't want to make those. We're gonna make one, of course, and I'm gonna make it still, of course, season and season hardcore, because that's what I'm playing right now. I'm just gonna call it puzzle wing. Go into 6, make it adventure mode, and then we just quickly want to level to level 31. So this strategy is not going to work for level 1 character. We want to get to level 31. So we're going to use level 70 weapon. Doesn't really matter what you use. I'm just going to use this Natalis weapon here, and then of course the gem of ease here. Now my gem of ease is level 126. You don't need that at all. A level 25 is more than enough. And then you want to go and level somewhere. I highly recommend going to something like Halls of Agony level 2 or 3, and then just go in and kill a few dudes. This is going to give you a lot of XP. Make sure you don't over level. It can easily get you above level 31 if you're not careful. So make sure you don't get too many levels from doing this really early on. We're just going to go in, kill a few dudes. Be careful we don't over level. And there we got 31. And we're just going to go back now. We're going to go back to town. Make sure we don't get any more enemies. We don't want to get higher than 31. So right now we hit level 31. There are now 3 options that we can get when we are gambling from kadala. We get broken promises, Doric Signic, and now also puzzle wings. We're just going to gamble for some wings here and see if we get lucky. Now we had 1300 to start with, and let's see if we can get one. And there we go. We actually got one with 1300. You get these in 1 in 3. So you see, we got a total of 3 legendaries, and we then also got the 1 puzzle wing, so that actually matches out perfectly. So I'd highly recommend doing this early season. We just put this into our stash, and then we log over to our main character again, and we can then use this puzzle wing. And it doesn't actually matter that the puzzle wing was from a level 31 character. It will still give you the same vault as long as you use it on your main character that's level 70. You're still gonna get everything from it basically that you would do normally if you found on your main character. Of course, we just open it, and we're just gonna hop in. We of course want to make sure we destroy these treasure piles here. These are where the goblins are hiding in. We want to make sure that they jump out. Now, a really good thing if you're doing this and you want to get some like more gems, like normal gems, a really good way is also equipping a Leoric's crown. You can have this on your follower and still get the effect from it because it emanates. So by having the Leoric's crown on, when a normal gem drop, they would then drop an extra, which will actually benefit you a whole lot. Which will actually make it that you get a lot more when you then drop these. And of course, we're just gonna run through and go in and kill the last boss here. Now, I noticed some people actually skip the greed here, but greed actually drops a lot of really good stuff. Drops a lot of gold, drops a lot of gems, and also guaranteed items. Just gonna go over and click the strong box. We're of course also gonna get a few legendaries, and we also see a lot of gold here, which is really nice. This gold here, especially if you're early season, that gold can be a lifesaver. And of course also if you're playing early season and it's your first time doing it, you'll also get the boon of the hoarder gem, which you can then use for running nephalem rifts to get a lot more gold per hour. Now we're about 2 months into the season, and look at how many materials I have here. I have 122,000 veil crystals. This is just insane. If you want a guide on how to farm a lot of crafting materials early on in the season or just in general, make sure to watch this video here, as it contains the best information that you need to farm crafting materials. And I'll see you in that video. Peace out, everyone.